Hey, what's going on, guys and girls? Our colleague Phoenix here, and welcome to Night of the Dead. It's a brand new early access game published and developed by Jak2 Studios. It's currently $32.35 Australian on Steam. The key was provided to me by Jak2 Studios. Thank you for the key, I truly do appreciate it. But we're going to start a new game. I've played about a day and a bits of in-game time worth in this game. Just to try and get a general idea of what's going on. I didn't want to jump into it completely blind, because for some games that works well, other games that's kind of annoying to watch, in my opinion, when people have no idea what's going on, and it's just kind of frustrating. So I know a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. Enough to get us by, I think. So this is not the same spawn points, so there must be different spawn points. That's good to know. We're just basically doing the old, destroy stuff off the bat type of thing. Destroy the paper box to acquire research. So you don't have to hold this either. You just tap F and then you can let go of it. Blah, blah, blah. All that kind of stuff. So it's all just about gathering stuff. I'm trying to figure out where I am, whether I've been in this spot before. I didn't explore too much of the map in my own, my own time. So if you go to these books, you get updates in your journal. You can obtain information needed to escape. 1540, 1787, go to coordinates. You can obtain items you need on the second floor of the research facility. So there is a way to beat this game. I won't say how you do it. I've read a little bit about it. I've never obviously finished it myself, but there is actually an end-all, be-all to this if you want. As you can see, there's infected over there. So there's a couple items that I'd like to get somewhat early. I want to get a bow with some arrows, and I want to get a spear. I feel like a bow-spear combo is a great combo to have in your arsenal if you're able to. You can get by without it, but it's always nice to have, I think. So we just need small stones, which is super easy to get. Also grab this. And we can grab some mushrooms. Now, you don't want to eat these. Certain ones you can. Like, these ones will give you +1 to health. Whereas I think the red ones will give you -5 to health. Yeah. I think the best ones for mushrooms, if you can eat them raw, is the brown mushrooms. Otherwise, you want to try and get, like, a cooker of some kind, like a stove, and try and cook that type of stuff. Otherwise, you might be in a little bit of trouble. You just go and deplete your own health pool for no reason, really. I destroyed that card. Didn't get this one. Okay, we might actually be on the complete opposite side to the side I spawned in my own world. Which is interesting. It's good to see that there's variety in it, in terms of spawn points. It's not like spawning the same spot every time. That would be a little silly, to be fair, but it's nice to see that there is definitely some variety about it. But yeah. So this is a game that I saw probably a week and a half ago or something pop up. And of course the dev was nice enough to send me a key, which I do appreciate. And from my experience, for it being an early access title, it seems really good. I enjoy it. Whoop. Somehow pushed the Windows key. I don't know how the hell that happened. I fat-fingered it. Alright, so we need to craft a felling axe, which now we can. And we get nails as a reward. Then we can cut down trees to get logs. Whoops. So this will lead us for a little tutorial with some quests. I never completed all the quests in my own world. I went out and just collected a bunch of resources and stuff to try and get a feel for what kind of things we could expect to see in this. And there is guns and stuff that you can find. I don't know whether you can craft any at any point. But the building system seems fairly decent. Basically, like to give you a quick rundown of what this is, it's basically a survival / tower defense. Every night there's going to be a horde of some kind, and you want to have some defenses to fight against them. The first night will be pretty easy. It does amp up in difficulty. I've only ran the one horde night so far. I was about halfway through towards my second horde night. As you can see, there's a little skull and crossbones up in the top right corner. And as that counts down, time-wise, you can end up experiencing the horde yourself. So we'll grab some of this as well, and then we'll go and see what we can do. I kind of want to get one of the benches just so I can maybe get a spear as quickly as possible. The spear will serve us really well. If you can get a bow, you can shoot regular infected a couple times and then spear them once or twice and they'll go down pretty easily. And you can recover your arrows some of the time, so it's not too bad. As long as you have iron to make the arrows, you're in good stead. And also the iron rocks take a long time to mine. So we can make a foundation. We push B, go to the build menu, floor foundation. I don't know whether I want to build it right here. It depends what's over this hill. What have we got in terms of location, like loot-wise? I mean, I can see a bear all the way over in the distance. So there's a small cabin here. You know what? This probably wouldn't be the worst. This actually... fairly sure this is right near where I saw Cage build his base in the video I watched of him. Because I had my, I'd been playing the game myself, so I looked up to see what he had found out about the game progression-wise and stuff. So I don't want a super hilly area. I kind of want a flattish area, although the height adjustment seems to work pretty well. Okay, so I see... doesn't like the bushes there. That's probably good enough. And then I'll want us to build some stairs. So let's just... oops. Okay. Turn the light on and off. Check the map. That's your map. It's fairly sizable. Not huge, but it's all right. And now it wants us to create an equipment production table, which we'll be able to do. All right. Now, as you can see, we can make a bow and a spear. So, I think we can do both. Good. Very, very good. There's my spear. So you can get ballistas and torches. You make rifle bullets in there. All kinds of stuff. I want to make some arrows. And I'll show you a little bit of the combat of this game. So here's infected. So there's no drop for arrows in this game. Let him get angry at us. Oops, miss him completely. And then we just... oh. Sorry, it's pushing 6 because that's what I had it bounded to in my single player world, and that's not right. And there is also different types of infected as well. There's some more tanky infected. Like, I think the guy who's over there, by that tree over there, he's a tank type infected. So if we shoot him, he's going to take a lot more to take down. So you want to try and hit him with a few arrows before he gets over to you. He can do charge attacks. Oh. Let's see if I can show off the charge attack for you. like a football player. And then you can push T for take all, and you get all your arrows back. That's the best way to go about it. Alright, so I was pretty intimidated by the infected when I started playing. But they're relatively easy to manage as long as you've only got a couple. They're pretty easy. When you start getting big groups, they can become cumbersome. So if you can, try and take them down one at a time and ease your way around compounds and such like this one. There's lots of loot to be had, but there's usually a fair amount of zombies in the area as well. Like, I'm pretty sure in this building, there's probably going to be quite a few zombies. Yeah, I can hear them in there. Now, I don't think they can break out of doors, at least not quickly. But if you open the door, you're basically asking for it. So if we go and creep up to the wall and look in here, there's 1, 2, 3 that I can see. The best case scenario is try and open the door. Okay, that wasn't really what I wanted to do. Oh, shit. Get a bit of space between us. Of course, there's a tanky boy in this group. Run. Try and get rid of that guy, so I only have to mainly deal with the big boy. Right, he's going to charge. Trying to hit him in the head. So these arrows that I'm missing, if I remember where I shoot them, I could go find them as well. That is the thing I could do. Taking it slow, so if we go over here, we may be lucky and see some of our arrows, maybe. They won't be easy to spot, though. Also, if you go and go like that, you can skin this guy and get yourself some meat. Now there's no hunger bars at the moment or anything like that, but you will get HP back. With food. And there's also a thing called condition, which I'm not exactly sure how that works. I guess over time your condition degrades and eating certain foods and stuff increases your condition. Also grab that and that. I should have just done take all, but I didn't. So F is pick up, take all is T. Now, is there any more in here? Yes. Wait for me to miss. Ow. Okay, use the light. Oh. Alright, that guy wasn't the brightest man in the world. So some stuff, some lockers you open, it'll open an inventory, whereas stuff like this on the ground where you've got to break it, these are like ammo containers. So they usually have rifle bullets and iron in them. Oh, there's an AK right there. I will take that. Thank you very much. I am very appreciative of the gift you have given me, game. Okay, this is interesting. I'm almost positive this is the same building that Cage went into, and it had an AK on the mattress and sneakers in the like the clothing box. So I'm fairly sure the same loot spawns in every building. So if you enter a building in a different game that you've been in before, I'm pretty sure it will be the same loot. So if you came to this building in your own game, I'm pretty sure you will have an AK on the mattress. That seems to be the way it works, which is interesting. Doesn't necessarily lend itself to a ton of variety, because if you've played through the game before and you know what buildings to go to, you could basically always rush to a gun every time. Which is a little bit, I don't know, a little bit disappointing, but we have a gun now, I guess, day one. So in my own personal game, I actually got an M16 style rifle, which I think they're basically exactly the same, just the aesthetics is different. I don't know whether there's any recoil statistics or anything that are different. I won't know till I shoot it, and to be honest, I probably wouldn't be able to tell because I just pop fire it. I don't full auto it or anything, because it just seems to be like, you know, probably more of a waste of ammo than anything else. I mean, if you can avoid using the rifle, probably avoid using the rifle. Like, unless you think you need it. Like, if you see a tanky boy and you can get him from a distance, maybe with the rifle, it's probably worthwhile. But try and save it, I guess, for desperate situations rather than just shooting every zombie you see. Because you will get probably to a point where you have enough bullets, but you never know, I guess. I've never gotten that far to check. So I wouldn't go and recommend it. You know, it's probably better to just, yeah, be careful with your resources. Be a little bit strict on them, maybe. But pretty much we want lots of stuff. We could go and make ourselves a sleeping bag, I think. If we go to utility, sleeping bag, yep, we've got everything. Alright, let's go make ourselves our sleeping bag. That'll be our respawn point. The base is actually over here, isn't it? Somewhere. Oh, there it is. We're probably going to want more foundations as well. But I'll do pretty much what I did in my own world in terms of like layout-ish. Let's put the sleeping bag there. We'll build... Oh, shit. Build a flag. That'll be... it'll mark our base on the map. Now, that wolf might be worthwhile using a gun on, because you get a fairly decent amount of meat from it, I assume. I only wasted 3 bullets. So I'm actually full on inventory. Interesting. Let's eat the blueberry. Like to take the wolf bones. Don't know what I'm going to use them for, but I guess they're nice to have. Well, now we don't have anything. Shouldn't have to worry about something creeping up on us. So it wants us to create a small animal trap. You come down here, you come down to animal, small animal trap, boom. Now this will give you rabbits, as long as you've got seeds to put in it to keep it going. Then, yeah. Nice little trap. Now it wants us to create a research table, which is under this one. So we need lumber and we need wooden planks. Now we can get those through making the material production table. We could do that. We'll probably want to build another foundation as well, just so we have room to put these new benches down. Now, I mean, if you wanted to streamline the process a little bit more, I guess they could probably remove maybe a bench or two and I don't think it would adversely affect the game. But, you know, I think maybe one person is developing this game. Like, I think it might be a one-man team, I think. Alright, so let's see. We've got that. Alright, let's get the material production table in. Yeah, so we can make lumber and stuff from that. Which means we need to get some logs and stuff, which is super easy. Don't have to go far to get those. There's no trouble. Alright, fantastic. Get a few more. So logs is something we're going to be using fairly regularly. And this like little quest tutorial thing will basically lead you into night one. If you do everything, or not everything, but if you get up to creating the traps part of this, even if you build one or two of them, you will easily survive night one. You really don't have to do anything. You can kind of let your traps do the work for you, pretty much. Oh, my inventory's full. Alright. Oh, I got a baseball bat. Did not even know I got one. That's really good. So we need 2 lumber and 2 wooden planks. Is that it? That's it. Alright. Can I build another foundation perchance? I can. Alright. Okay, so this baby's where you're going to be learning all your things. All the things. So I like Novice Porter, because you get more inventory slots. Novice Scavenger, because you increase your search time. So you're not spending so much time searching. And probably something like Forest Worker, or if you want to get started early, maybe even like Gourmet or Engineer's not a bad start. So, pretty good off the bat already. So it wants us to create a pendulum. Now, pendulum's going to be your first trap for the infected. And they're pretty cool. They're pretty damn cool. I'll see if we have the things for it. We need 4 wooden planks, 4 lumber, 10 rope, and 5 nails. Now, we do that. We're definitely not going to have enough. We can get more lumber, that's no problem. Okay, I'm going to make a crafting table as well. Alright. Now this will allow us to create nails and stuff, as well as cloth and rope and all that great stuff. So now if we use our cloth, we can turn that cloth and vines together to make rope. What am I short on? I need 4 lumber and 2 wooden planks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. 2 wooden planks. Okay, so now you'll see our first trap. It is the pendulum. This thing's pretty big. You want to position it kind of roughly where you want to lead your zombies through. So it really doesn't matter too much. But basically it's a big pendulum that swings and smashes the zombies' faces in, which is pretty cool. And then they want you to make the compressor, which is a big smooshy spike, which you need a trap machine for. The Pendulum uses your trap machine, which means you'd have to make another one, which means you need to unlock Engineer or find one, pretty much, and have the materials to then make trap machine or find one. So yeah, you can make research material also out of leaves. You only get 1 per 10. You actually need an upgrade, apparently. I don't know what upgrade you need for it. Sorry, I just disturbed my cat. He's being a big sookie boy. Meow. I think we'll just go kill some zombies and do some looting. Alright, so we'll go over here. Well, we got 12 arrows. We'll get a couple more. See what's here. Yeah, this is definitely the same area that I saw Cage in, 100%, because I even remember this house. I'm actually building basically where he built his base. Had I realised that, I probably would have tried to change areas, because now I feel like I'm doing basically the same thing he did. But I'm pretty sure my own single-player world's on over that side of the map. Like, I think if you went down this main road, went up left and around, I live over that way somewhere. So there's going to be zombies in here. Infected zombies, whatever you want to call them. Alright, so we can get this box easily. I'm pretty sure we can get this without alerting anybody. The others, though. So they always crouch down as well when you start attacking them. But like I said, it's pretty easy if you can get a couple good arrows into them before you melee. You usually be pretty okay. Won't take too much damage. Now you can see there's the floor guy. He doesn't take much to kill. Just gonna check the... Okay, I haven't alerted anybody else, so I'm just gonna loot this then. We'll get some good stuff out of that. Nothing in this room. Fucking elbow's in the way. Alright, that worked. So, a lot of the time if their head explodes, the arrows fly everywhere. And obviously they've clipped through the ground in this case, so I'm not going to be able to find them. But generally they start rolling. If they drop onto the ground, they'll start to roll away, so they can kind of be hard to get. So if you really want to preserve all your arrows, got to figure out how many shots each zombie will take and try and do one less and then melee them, and they'll stay in their body and then you'll be able to pick them up easily. Alright. Well, that was pretty straightforward, that building. And I'm pretty much going to try and murder most zombies I see. Because I want to get the... I want the research points for them. Because I think that's the way to go in this. And now, there's guides out on Steam if you want to look them up for what is recommended. I mean, it's honestly personal preference. You guys get whatever you just want to get. Like, I'm not going to tell you exactly what the best things to do are. It's kind of just depends what kind of play style you want to play. If you want to really push through the game fast, I know there's certain perks that allow that easier. Alright. I think she's a little bit more tanky than I'm expecting. Yeah. Yeah, she should have been a 3-arrow lady. And then I wouldn't have gotten hit. I don't know why I didn't get 2 back off her either. I'm pretty sure I hit her twice unless I missed. But you can see the map is fairly big. Like, there's a lot of areas to go and explore. Like, you've got the city down there. And if we go down this hill... Grab some small stones on the way as well. They always come in handy. And you will need them for building quite a lot of things. At least early game. I don't know about late game. Iron plate, plastic pieces. So you can see our inventories are already filling up, even with the extra 12 additional slots. But I would the one thing I would recommend is the bow and the spear as early as possible. It just makes your life at the start seemingly so much easier. The spear is pretty good. I mean, I guess if you could rush, if you know the buildings, like a certain building to go to, you maybe could rush for the baseball bat. Just only make the bow and then try and get a bat, and then you can have your ranged and melee combo together then. But it's truly up to you. All right. So far, so good. I think this game's got a lot of promise, and I'm excited to see what else there is in the future. This is going to be a series. This isn't going to be like a one-off. Oh, I thought the game crashed. This is the first hard, like, little kind of freeze I've got. I would love the motion blur option to be able to be turned off. That, I don't like motion blur. I don't think it really adds anything to a game other than making your eyes blur objects twice, because your eyes already do it anyway, so I don't think it's a necessity to have in a game. And to be honest, even, like, I know it's really big for, like, cinematic trailers to have a lot of motion blur. I just don't find it desirable when I play a game. If there's an option to turn off motion blur in any game, I will turn it off. I will turn that off, and I'll usually turn depth of field off depending on the game. That's generally my rule of thumb, really. Grab some more iron here, and we'll probably call it a day in a moment. It's been pretty productive. I feel like we've made some good headway in this first episode already. We've gotten a trap made. We've unlocked some skills. We've killed quite a few infected. We found a gun. We found a spiked bat. I think we've done very, very well, really. So, yeah. All right, well, anyway, guys and girls, that is going to be the end of this episode. But if you liked it, remember to leave a like. If you want to see more Night of the Dead in the future, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to go check it out on Steam if you liked it. And follow me on all my social media links down in the description below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a lovely day. All right, peace!